In Apple Photos, titles can hint at what is in a picture or where and when you took it. Descriptive titles are one of the resources we can use to organize and find photos. Let's look at the various option photos Workbench has for adding titles to your photos. Fresh out of the camera, my photos have rather nondescript names. Let's give these photos descriptive titles. First, I select all the items I want to rename. Then, I click the Change Titles toolbar button. There are two methods I can use to change titles. I'll first replace text in the existing names. I can later use the cleaned up file names in the final titles. I need to get rid of the JPG file extension. I type .jpg in the Find field and choose to replace this with nothing. In the lower left corner of the window, I can see how my first image will be renamed. Photos Workbench shows the current and new titles. I use the arrow buttons to check the titles on a few more photos. These look good. I let Photos Workbench rename all the selected images. I have removed the file extension from the photo titles. Now, I want to customize the names further. First, I make sure my photos are sorted by creation date. Then, I select all images and click the Change Titles toolbar button. I select the Name Format method. I have set Photos Workbench to add a counter to the names I have previously cleaned up. That makes more sense to me. Still, these titles remain rather cryptic. I want the titles to be more descriptive. I can create titles by combining text and tokens that fill in various properties. I can, for example, include the camera make in the title. I will start from an existing preset, date and counter. The creation date counter numbers photos taken the same day. I'll add the name Kilimanjaro to the title format. Now I check the new names of my photos. These look great. I click OK to change the titles on all images. Now, let's look at another example. I want to put some order in these photos taken on the UCLA campus. First, I arrange the photos. I want to group all pictures of Royce Hall. I put my favorite shots first. Powell Hall is right across from Royce Hall. That photo thus comes next. The Bruin Bear is a bit further away. The squirrel was seen somewhere along the way. I select all photos and click the Change Titles toolbar button. Again, I use the Name Format method. I type in the name UCLA. Then I add a counter starting at 1. I'll make it a 2-digit counter. I click OK to see my photos named in my preferred order. Here is a little trick to revert all titles to their original names. I select the photos I want to rename. In the Info sidebar, I locate the first row. This is the title of the selected photos. Since I have several photos selected, the first row says multiple values. I type in a new title. I only need to type one random letter. Now all images have the same title. Then I press the backspace key to delete that letter. I have thus cleared the custom name on all photos. The title field again reads multiple values. All photos are back to their unique original name. Descriptive names help organize and find photos. A title can give background information about a picture. We have seen how easy it is to add titles in batches. Use Photos Workbench to organize and enjoy your photos.